and welcome to our latest vlog. So, as we talked about in our last video, this time the theme is going to be our favorite movies. And what we chose to do is to hold a drawing for a year from 1980 to 2014. And then for that year, Tom and I will each pick 3 of our favorite movies that came out that year. And so, Tom, what year did you pick?
I reached into the bowl and pulled out the year 1985.
1985. So that was a pretty exciting year for movies. There are plenty of movies that we're not going to be talking about that were fantastic for that year. What are some of those?
That year, well, The Goonies.
Absolutely.
And
Back to the Future.
Yeah, that was huge. Mad Max Beyond
Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Breakfast Club, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. But we know you've seen all those films.
And if you haven't, you should probably go watch those first and then come back to our vlog. Because those are very, very important movies, but we don't really need to be telling you that. That's pretty much pop culture these days, right?
Right.
Okay. So, Tom, for 1985, what was your number 3 pick?
Well, I thought back, and it was number 3 was Summer Rental with John Candy and Rip Torn. And it was, if you like any of the vacation films, that's right up your alley. John Candy takes his family on vacation to Florida. Actually, it was actually shot in the St. Petersburg Beach area, and they utilized a lot of downtown St. Pete Beach in the film, and Treasure Island.
So what we're going to do is go ahead and watch the trailer, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about it.
Acknowledge, please. Acknowledge, please. Where are you?
It's okay, Jack.
It's not okay. I got a small plane here. I don't know where it is.
Jack, a fly landed on your screen. Look, Jack, you've been landing planes for 13 years. Face it, you're burned out. You need this rest.
So Jack Chester's taking that lead,
Oh, this is great.
renting a beach house,
4:15, this is it.
and getting the family ready for the best month of their lives.
Oh. Grab a milk, please.
Here.
Thank you.
Quiet and secluded,
Come on, get out of here.
with outstanding facilities,
Sit down, relax. All right.
perfectly situated,
Holy fuck.
in a friendly neighborhood.
What do you think of these?
Similar?
I just got them.
Who had them before you?
John Candy's gonna discover what a month in paradise
What? Open the door.
is all about. Summer Rental.
Please. Oh, Mommy, make it better.
So John Candy, who doesn't miss him, right?
Yeah, I know, he's awesome.
My favorite movie from him, not that I want to skip ahead, but Uncle Buck. I just love that movie. But for Summer Rental, it was fantastic. The best part was the lady that had the boob job done, and she keeps insisting on showing it, as if we all haven't had that friend that had the boob job, and we needed to show it to everybody.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great, great movie. So that was a really good pick, Tom.
Yep. I just remember it, and then when we shot around here, they did a scene, and we all gathered down by John's Pass, and the back of my head's actually in the film, somewhere in that.
That's
I didn't see
awesome.
John Candy at all. I think I saw John Larroquette, though. He's in it.
So my number 3 pick for 1985 is St. Elmo's Fire. And when you watch the trailer, of course, the theme song for that immediately will take you back to that if you've seen the movie. So let's watch the trailer and then we'll come back.
I can't remember who met who first, or who fell in love with who first. All I can remember is the 7 of us always together.
Well, it's not just infatuation, Kevin. She's not just a girl. She's the only evidence of God that I can find on this entire planet.
Where did you meet Wendy again?
Prison.
Hi, Felicia. How you doing? Me? Oh, it ain't easy being me.
You know all those nights we stayed up talking? Talking Henry never made a pass at me.
I'm gonna get you a red, lacy baby doll Nike.
Alec, I'm very happy in your old pajamas.
Oh, I'm happy when you're out of my old pajamas.
Alec is becoming a Republican and he wants to get married. Oh my God. Do you ever feel like you're not accomplishing anything at all?
I think I'm in touch with that emotion.
The heat this summer is at St. Elmo's Fire.
You're not gonna believe how out of hand it's gonna be.
So the reason that I think St. Elmo's Fire is my number 3 pick is because it does kind of signify the 80s, because there is some of the Brat Pack in that movie, and it was just a fantastic coming of age movie about young kids, most of them coming from a privileged background, going to an Ivy League school. They're just getting out of college and trying to figure out what's going on with their lives, whether it be with their professional lives, their love lives, and it's complicated, just like real life is. You know, nothing really ends up being exactly the way you would hope it would be. So I love it. I think Demi Moore looks fantastic in that. Andie MacDowell, I think that was her first film, and she's just gorgeous in that as well. Emilio Estevez, which is one of my my teen heartthrobs. So just overall, it's a fantastic movie, and the theme song just sets you right into the tone of it. It's perfect. So
Play it like 5 times during the film.
They do, and it's worth it because it's actually a really great theme song. Tom, do you like that movie?
I love it. I think it's awesome. What's interesting though is Judd Nelson and Emilio Estevez were in that film and also did Breakfast Club that year too. So
busy careers,
guys, yeah.
right?
Yep.
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I love it too.
So Tom, 1985, your number 2 pick.
My number 2 pick is an independent film called The Quiet Earth. Let's watch the trailer.
Okay.
At 6:12, precisely, Zack Hobson died, and the earth fell silent.
Zack Hobson, July 5th. 1. There has been a malfunction in Project Flashlight with devastating results. 2. It seems I am the only person left on Earth. Perrin? If the oscillations in the sun continue to increase at the present rate, the sun must collapse in a few days. If there's anybody out there at all, could you please contact me at home? 2 Thurston Avenue, Grayland. Somebody come. I've been condemned to live. Kia ora. Nobody realized what was happening. We trusted them. They were on our side.
The Warwick boss went with the rest of them. There's just you and me now.
Will you listen to that? I can only conclude that the fabric of the universe is not only altered, but is highly unstable.
You don't trust him.
For Christ's sake!
Your calculations are a waste of time. You reckon the grid is balanced? Okay. We take the scene down, the grid collapses.
Look out! He is.
A Jeff Murphy film, The Quiet Earth. The end of the world is just the beginning.
freaky. That was kind of a bad trailer, but that kind of gives you the gist of the film. I'm a big fan of science fiction, and I love end of the world, Last Man on Earth kind of films.
Mm-hmm, me too.
But this one depicts probably the most realistic of how a man would handle his frustrations of being alone.
I would think so too. I think it's very, I don't want to say realistic, but I think it does give a real depiction of how a person would feel if they felt like they were the last person on Earth. Such as, first and foremost, moving into the big fancy house and drinking the great champagne and, getting the fancy car and putting on the tailored suit. Of course, you would indulge until the reality of the situation really set in on you, right?
Yeah. I think he backed up. There was no animals either.
That's kind of really sad.
It was everything. Yeah.
That would be my freaking Dante 7th level of hell if there were no pets.
But it has as you see, he meets a couple of people, but they have their own agendas, and but it's a strange movie with a very strange ending. So
yeah,
I say check it out. It's a new film from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And it stars Bruno Lawrence. Which
And
I've
I
seen
guess
some other stuff.
Since they New Zealand, I thought they said fleshlight in the movie, but what they really said was flashlight. I was thinking they're a little ahead of their time.
Project Flashlight.
Anyway. So my number 2 pick for 1985 is Out of Africa, and that was a massive film for 1985. It won the Oscar, I believe, and in fact, many awards for that year. And I certainly didn't pick it because of the awards, because I can tell you that there were many times when that movie came on as a young girl where it didn't speak to me. It would come on, I might watch part of it. I certainly never watched it from start to finish. And it really wasn't until a couple of years ago that I watched it from start to finish, and I was just crying. It pulled me in, and I think it's a mature topic. Living life on your own as a woman and trying to make ends meet. For her, it's maybe a little bit different, but certainly I think you need to be just a little bit more seasoned in life to appreciate what this movie has to offer. So let's watch the trailer.
It's an odd feeling, farewell. Men go off to be tested for courage. And if we are tested at all, it's for patience. For doing without. But I'd always known that.
Is life really so damn simple for you?
Perhaps I ask less of it than you do.
I don't believe that at all.
Next time you change your mind, you do it with your money.
They bought your title, Baronessa. They didn't buy me.
You might have asked Dennis.
I did. She said yes.
Doesn't it matter to you that I'm another man's wife?
What matters to me is that you tried so hard. And that you're alone now. Lay your head back.
Through the eyes of a woman who wouldn't be owned.
Why is your freedom more important than mine?
It isn't. And I've never interfered with your freedom.
From the spirit of a man who couldn't be tamed.
When did you learn to fly?
Yesterday.
Out of a land of beauty, mystery, and majesty. Out of Africa.
nice trailer.
Yes, so of course the film features Meryl Streep and Robert Redford. It's a fantastic pairing, I think. And one of the other reasons why I love the movie so much, beyond the fact that it's a heroine kind of movie, is the fact that they filmed on location, and the cinematography in that is just beautiful. And especially today, that resonates because of the fact that, you know, the wildlife in Africa is just dying out in a very tragic way. So to see some of the cinematography that happens in that movie is just, I think it's a treasure, and it's something that everybody should see. So beyond it being, you know, of course, one of the best movies of the year, I do believe that just the beautiful storyline and then the cinematography in the movie alone make it worthwhile for you to watch. Do you like the movie, Tom?
I haven't seen it in a while, but I
Really?
did like it when I saw it. You know,
Awesome.
that's Robert Redford. He does good with those epic love stories with the scenery.
Yes. Tom likened the movie a little bit to Horse Whisperer, and I don't disagree.
Yeah, it's kind of
which is one of my favorite movies, by the way. So yeah. So Tom, what is your number one pick of 1985?
It's a movie called Fandango.
Ooh. So let's watch the trailer, because I have not seen this movie.
Yes, behold.
In every living species, there is a stage of growth between infancy and adulthood. In most animals, it occurs during the first year of life. In humans, it happens right after college.
Innocent critters splashed on the highway alive!
Join 5 best friends on the road.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
It'll work, Philip.
We're facing imminent death.
It'll be just like water skiing, Philip.
Hey, how are we gonna stop? You are the most irresponsible person I have ever met.
Somebody had to be.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime adventure
Here's to us, by God! To us and privileges of you!
where some will graduate into manhood
I'm not a weenie.
and others will dive in head first.
Hey! Which one of you geeks grabbed the wrong shoe? Who's got my laundry?
We're talking mega malfunction here!
A whole wash day shot to hell.
Fandango.
It's the stuff legends are made of, son.
So I have to tell you, like I stated, I haven't watched the movie, but my favorite part of the trailer is all the little animals crossing the road in the beginning.
I don't even know if they use them in the film at all.
I don't know. The dead coyote isn't so pretty, but you know.
No, poor thing. But hey, it's a road trip movie, and I used to like going on road trips. And again, Judd Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been his magic year for films.
1985.
And that was actually Kevin Costner's very first starring role.
Wow.
And was it? The only thing I loved about it, the music was really good in it. They used Cream, Elton John, Steve Winwood. So.
Love me some Steve Winwood. Not a big fan of Cream. So.
But it was set in 1973, and all these guys were either going to go to Vietnam or get married or just move on, you know, with the world. It was after graduation, so they decided to take a last road trip to visit an old friend, and you'll have to see the movie to see who the old friend is.
And I've already committed Tom to driving the car while I surf on top, because I really want to do that. That sounds like fun.
But it's a really good film. It's very funny.
Awesome. So my number one pick for 1985 is Anne of Green Gables. And I'm sure the men out there are going to groan as in, really? But yes, and here's why. Because I think that movie and the books themselves have endured with me for, well, since I was a young girl. So let's watch a trailer and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Katie? I'm glad we have each other. It's so difficult finding a kindred spirit these days.
We're getting a little boy from an orphanage in Nova Scotia.
My name is Anne Shirley. Anne spelled with me.
Oh, heart, her hair's as red as carrots. Carrots! Anne Shirley.
I heard before that you were kind of a strange girl, Anne Shirley. But I have a feeling we're going to get along really well. And I've come to confess.
I'm not interested in the confessions of assassins who masquerade as little girls.
How dare you! Don't you think Gilbert's handsome?
Anne Shirley, what in the heck are you doing?
Fishing for lake trout.
For lake trout. I only said it because I wanted to meet you so much.
I think that she could pass for a teacher or even go on to the university. RN.
You mean we'll get terrible lonesome?
I can't help wishing that she'd stayed a little girl.
Spencer made a lucky mistake, I guess.
It wasn't luck, it was providence. He knew we needed her.
Oh, yes, that story just kills me every time. Megan Follows, who played Anne, did such a beautiful job. I think she was perfectly cast, and that probably made the movie quite a bit, but the entire movie was cast pretty well. Gil recently died. I think he died this year, so that's kind of sad. He was pretty young comparatively, so that's unfortunate.
I like the cranky old lady.
I love her. Yep, awesome. So the entire movie is just fantastic. The books are fantastic. It's a series of movies, so I would definitely encourage you to check them all out. And if you've got a young girl, definitely turn her on to this. You know, show her the movies, give her the books. It's a beautiful story for a young woman to watch. So that's it, I think, right?
Yep, that's it.
That is it. And I think we've done a fantastic job, Tom. What do you think?
Pretty well rounded in different kinds of films.
Absolutely, I would agree.
You know, we know, like I said, we weren't going to talk about the big hits of the year. You know all those films already, but you may not have heard of these films. So give them a shot. You can watch them pretty much anywhere. And or you know, leave comments. Let us know what your favorite films of 1985 were. You know, if we're right, we're wrong. You know,
Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
That's right.
So please let us know. We'd love some feedback on that.
And share the video.
Of course, share it. You know, subscribe to our channel so that you can continue to watch some of our antics. And I'm not really sure what's next. I think we're going to be maybe talking about makeup next time again to kind of round it out. Yeah.
We did all three.
Yes, we
of
did.
what our show's about.
Yes. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.